Have you ever thought about how much time you'll have left after age 70? Every year after that age is more important, and your body is already telling you that you'll live a long time. Some people in their 70s are still mentally sharp, full of energy, and full of life. Others, on the other hand, start to feel the effects of getting older and start having health problems and feeling tired. The difference between these situations is usually due to a few basic but subtle signs that can tell you a lot about your health in the future. Today, we'll talk about 7 scientifically proven signs that can tell you how long you will live after age 70. This isn't about guesses or what most people think. Doctors and experts who have studied people who live long and healthy lives have come to these conclusions. You'll know which physical signs and habits to pay attention to by the end of this video. And most importantly, you'll know what you can do to improve your chances of living longer and healthy. Stay until the end, because many of these signs may not seem important at first, but catching them early can have a huge effect on your health and quality of life as you age. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and turn on alerts so you don't miss out on important information that can change your health and length of life. Thank you so much for your help. Let's move on now. Walking speed is a key sign of how long someone will live. It's not in your genes or medical background that the first important sign of how long you will live after age 70 is hidden. It turns out to be the speed at which you walk. Many research studies have shown that older people who walk steadily and quickly tend to live a lot longer than those whose walking speed slows down a lot. The reason for this is easy to understand. The heart, lungs, muscles, and brain are just a few of the body parts that work when you walk. A steady walking speed shows that these processes are still working well together. Don't ignore the fact that you think your walking speed has slowed down over the past few years. It could mean that your body is getting weaker or less able to handle things. This factor can be changed, which is good news. Adding daily walks, balance exercises, and muscle strengthening routines to your routine can help you keep your balance and keep your walking smooth, which can add years to your healthy life. Grip strength is a small thing that can have a big effect. Grips are another important thing to think about. It may not seem important, but studies have shown that how well you can hold something in your hands is a good indicator of how long something will last. This is because grip strength shows how healthy your muscles are generally, how well your nervous system is working, and how well your body can heal from injuries or illnesses. Opening jars, carrying big things, or even shaking hands firmly may have become harder for you over time. This could mean that your body is losing strength. Aging causes people to lose strength, but resistance workouts, light weightlifting, and activities like yoga and Pilates can slow this down. These help muscles work better and move around more easily. Lung capacity is an important factor in how long you live. Another important thing is lung capacity. As we get older, our lungs tend to work less well, which can make us tired because our bodies don't get enough air. Studies have shown that having good lungs is closely linked to living longer. If you take shallow, short breaths, it could mean that your lungs aren't working as well as they should. On the other hand, if you take deep, controlled breaths, it means that your lungs are working well. For those who get tired quickly when doing light physical activities or climbing stairs, it's recommended to do deep breathing techniques, aerobic activities, and stay active. Over time, even easy things like singing or practicing diaphragmatic breathing can help your lungs get bigger. Balance is a very important sign of good health. Balance is another important sign of life. The fact that you can stand on one foot for 10 seconds straight shows that your muscles and nervous system are still in good shape. One of the main ways that older people get hurt seriously is by falling. People who have trouble keeping their balance are more likely to break bones, or get other problems that can lower their quality of life and shorten their life expectancy. If you feel like your balance isn't as good as it used to be, try doing Tai Chi, yoga, or even just going barefoot on different surfaces. These activities will help improve your coordination and stability. Making small changes to your daily routine can help you avoid falling and feel better all around afterward. Quality of sleep is a big part of living a long life. Not only the number of hours you sleep, but also the quality of your sleep affects how long you live. People over 65 who have trouble sleeping or sleep habits that aren't regular tend to have more health problems over time. Getting enough sleep is important for the immune system, brain performance, and cell repair. If you have trouble sleeping or waking up a lot at night, you should make your bedroom a relaxing place to be, limit your time spent on electronic screens before bed, and stick to a relaxing bedtime routine. By making small changes, you can get better sleep and, in turn, better health. Nutrition, food for a better life. Diet is very important for living a long time. It's not enough to just eat less. You also need to choose foods that are high in nutrients and help your body work. People who eat a lot of antioxidants, healthy fats, and good foods tend to live longer and be healthier. If you haven't been eating enough fruits, veggies, nuts, fish, and legumes lately, it can make a big difference in how you age. Also, it's important to stay hydrated because being dehydrated can make you tired, cause problems with your kidneys, and slow down your metabolism. Emotional and physical health, the secret to living a long life. Last but not least, being emotionally and socially healthy has a big effect on how long you live. People over 50 who keep up with friends and family, have hobbies, and find meaning in their daily lives tend to live longer and have a better quality of life. Being lonely and depressed can be just as bad for your health as smoking or being overweight. So it's important to stay in touch with family and friends or do things that make you happy. Finding new ways to interact with others, like through community groups, volunteering, or even learning something new, can be a great way to keep your mind active and improve your emotional health if you feel like you spend too much time alone or have lost interest in things you used to enjoy. These 7 things can help you get a clear picture of your current health and show you what you can change to make your life longer and more satisfying. Being healthy and full of life is more important than just living longer. Start making small changes today that can make a big difference in your future if any of these things hit home for you. The role of balance in aging. A tale of 2 women. Imagine 2 women, Susan and Linda, both in their early 70s. Susan stays physically busy, practices yoga regularly, and takes daily walks. She can easily stand on one foot without losing her balance. Linda, on the other hand, never paid much attention to balance, and now battles when she tries to lift one foot off the ground. She quickly finds herself grabbing onto furniture or walls to stay upright, unaware that these balance issues, which may seem small, could be a sign of declining muscle strength, neurological coordination, and even cognitive health. Maintaining balance takes more than just physical strength. It relies on precise muscle coordination, a well-functioning nervous system, and a healthy brain. If you've noticed that you feel unsteady when turning quickly, need support more often, or experience frequent small stumbles, it's crucial to address this issue as soon as possible. Fortunately, balance can improve greatly with simple daily practices. Exercises such as standing on one foot, walking heel to toe in a straight line, or practicing gentle movements like Tai Chi can greatly enhance your stability and reduce the risk of future falls or injuries. Why not test yourself now? Try standing up and getting one foot off the ground. Can you hold this pose steadily for at least 10 seconds without difficulty? If you can't, it's important to start incorporating balance exercises into your routine. Working on your balance today could have a huge impact on your health and freedom in the future. Sleep quality, a powerful predictor of life. Another highly revealing indicator of your potential life expectancy is the quality and patterns of your sleep. The way you sleep each night directly affects your health, happiness, and quality of life as you age. Sleep is much more than just nighttime rest. It is an important opportunity for your body to repair itself, strengthen the immune system, and eliminate harmful toxins from the brain. Numerous studies have proven that people in their 70s who regularly experience deep and restorative sleep tend to live significantly longer and in better health. On the other hand, those who frequently suffer from interrupted sleep patterns are much more likely to develop memory problems, cardiovascular issues, and a weakened immune system. Let's look at this with two cases. Think of Henry and Bill, two guys in their mid-70s. Henry follows a regular nighttime routine, sleeps about 7 uninterrupted hours, and wakes up feeling refreshed and full of energy every morning. Bill, on the other hand, has restless nights, frequently waking up and fighting to fall back asleep. Over time, these sleep problems start taking a toll on him. Henry maintains good physical health, mental clarity, and steady energy throughout the day, whereas Bill starts to suffer from brain fog, persistent fatigue, and fluctuating blood pressure, symptoms directly linked to declining sleep quality. If you wake up multiple times during the night, have trouble going back asleep, or feel exhausted despite spending several hours in bed, don't ignore it. Your body is giving you signals that something isn't right. Poor sleep quality can result from many factors such as excessive stress, imbalanced nutrition, lack of physical exercise, or even undiagnosed conditions like sleep apnea. Fortunately, improving sleep quality is often easy. Establishing a consistent bedtime routine, reducing screen exposure before bed, getting morning sunlight, and avoiding heavy meals before sleep are effective strategies that can greatly improve your rest. Remember, good sleep isn't just about feeling well rested. It is a fundamental pillar for keeping mental sharpness and physical health as you age. Tonight, pay attention to how you sleep. If you notice that your sleep quality has worsened or that you always feel tired despite resting for several hours, it's time to make some important changes. The quality of your sleep now will greatly influence your health and vitality in the future. If you find this material interesting and valuable, leave the number 4 in the comments to let us know you're committed to your well-being. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to do so, and set the notification bell to stay updated on our latest informative videos. Your support motivates us to continue making high-quality content. Appetite and nutrition, a key indicator of good health. Another crucial indicator of how long you will stay healthy after 70 is your appetite and nutritional habits. Good nutrition at this stage of life is important as it directly affects your strength, immune system, resilience, and daily energy levels. However, a noticeable loss of appetite or poor eating habits can be signs of underlying health problems that accelerate aging and impact general well-being. To better understand this, let's compare Margaret and Susan, both 74 years old. Margaret enjoys preparing her meals, regularly eats fresh and nutritious foods, and keeps a stable and healthy weight. She feels energetic and excited throughout the day. Susan, on the other hand, has noticed a decline in her appetite, skips meals more often, relies too much on processed foods for ease, and has accidentally lost weight over the past year. For Susan, her lack of appetite might seem like a minor annoyance, but in fact, it's an important warning sign. Loss of appetite can indicate that the body is not absorbing nutrients effectively, leading to muscle loss, a slowed metabolism, and a weakened immune system. In fact, decreased appetite in older people is often linked to more serious issues such as digestive disorders, hormonal imbalances, or even the onset of cognitive decline. If your body isn't getting enough nutrients, it will start breaking down muscle tissue, making you more fragile, increasing your risk of injury, and reducing your general independence. So if you've noticed changes in your eating habits, reduced hunger, feeling full quickly, or sudden weight loss, it's crucial to address it immediately. Prioritize nutrient-dense meals, stay well hydrated, and pay attention to your diet. What you eat today has a profound effect on your strength, vitality, and independence in the future. Stress management, a subtle yet strong predictor of longevity. Another subtle but strong predictor of longevity after 70 is your ability to manage stress. The way you respond to life's inevitable pressures at this age can greatly affect your health and life expectancy. Chronic stress doesn't just harm your emotional well-being, it also badly weakens your immune defenses, increases the risk of heart problems, and accelerates the general aging process. Let's look at the case of John and Richard, who are both 76 years old. John has to deal with the normal problems that everyone does, like money problems, health issues, and family arguments, but he has learned how to handle them well. He keeps up strong social relationships, breathes mindfully, and solves problems without getting stuck in long-lasting worry. Richard, on the other hand, lets worry take over his daily life. Small problems bother him a lot. He worries too much about things he can't change, and he gets stuck in negative thought processes. In the long run, this constant worry starts to hurt him a lot. His energy level drops a lot, his blood pressure goes up, and the quality of his sleep gets worse. Long-term stress that isn't handled well can do a lot of damage to your health, making getting older harder to handle. It is important to learn how to deal with worry in a healthy way. Activities like meditation, doing fun hobbies, working out regularly, and making relationships stronger can all help lower stress and make you mentally and physically stronger. It's important to learn how to relax if you often feel stressed or exhausted. How you deal with stress now will have a direct effect on your health, happiness, and how long you live in the future. Have you ever thought about how long-term worry can hurt your health, especially as you get older? Studies show that stress not only wears you down mentally, but it also makes you more likely to get diseases that come with getting older, like Alzheimer's and heart problems. If you often feel stressed out, angry, or mentally drained, you need to pay attention and do something to change it. Mindful meditation, daily walks, deep breathing exercises, and even just smiling more often can make a big difference in your health and length of life. When you face problems in life, are you quick to adapt and look for answers? Or do you get stuck in worrying thoughts that make you feel more stressed? Your response to stress can tell you a lot about your future health, so learning how to relax through things like meditation, easy yoga, or just spending time with people you love can really add years to your life and make it better. The power of social connections to help people live longer. Interactions with other people are a strong but often ignored indicator of how long you will live after age 70. Having deep, meaningful relationships with family, friends, or neighborhood groups is not only good for you, it's necessary for your health in the long run. Many studies have shown that older people who stay socially active tend to be healthy and live longer. On the other hand, being alone increases the risk of getting sick, losing your memory, becoming depressed, and even dying too soon. Let's look at Helen and Margaret, two people in their 70s. Helen is 75 years old, but she still has lots of friends, goes to local events often, loves talking to her grandchildren, and is very involved in social clubs. She loves these connections because they make her feel like her neighborhood is there for her. Margaret, on the other hand, is the same age, but has become more and more alone. She doesn't spend much time with family or friends, goes days without having any deep talks, and often feels lonely. Margaret might not realize it right away, but being alone can have a big effect on her mental and physical health, making her more likely to become depressed, lose her memory, have a weak immune system, or even die too soon. Spending time with other people directly affects how long you live by lowering stress, boosting brain function, and improving mental health by releasing hormones that make you happy and fight anxiety. If you've noticed that you're pulling away from social plans, ignoring calls from friends, or spending more and more time by yourself, it's important to get back in touch. It's not about constantly hanging out with other people. It's about keeping important connections with them. You can make a big difference in your health and length of life by doing things like volunteering, joining clubs or neighborhood groups, or calling old friends every once in a while. Please take a moment to honestly look at your position. Have you kept up good relationships, or have you grown apart from them? Making new friends, getting back in touch with old ones, or improving bonds you already have can greatly enhance your happiness, health, and lifespan. Taking charge of how long you live. It's important to think about your current state now that you know these critical signs: your walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep patterns, eating habits, stress management, and social connections. Are you still a strong, busy person who is involved in life? Or have you noticed that you're getting less so? Remember that noticing these signs early on gives you the power to take charge of your health. The most exciting thing is that you can change all of these things. You can actively improve your health, gain more freedom, and greatly extend the quality of your remaining years by making choices. Because how you live your years, with energy, health, and joy, is what really makes you live a long time, not just how many years you add to your life. Congratulations on taking the time to read this. Please get in touch with us. Leave a note with one thing this video taught you. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already. That way, you won't miss our latest tips on how to live a longer, healthier life. We'll see you in the next video soon.